Let's go to cut one, Mr. Producer. This is Ay-Ock and her tax plan, a 29-year-old who's really done nothing with her life other than get elected to Congress. All of a sudden, she's going to set the standard for all of society in all matters. Go ahead.
So a marginal tax rate is saying if you make more than $10 million in 1 year, which is a pretty good year.
That's a damn good year.
If you make
that's some El
more
Chapo.
than 10 million, yes, seriously. If you make more than 10 million in 1 year, your 10 millionth and $1 gets taxed at 70%, which, by the way, we used to have marginal tax rates under Republican presidents of 90%.
Yeah, they pull this all the time, which almost nobody paid, because there were all kinds of deductions. It didn't apply to everybody. So there they are lying, which they do all the time. Nobody ever paid a 91% tax rate. Nobody. Not in this country. But let's circle back. $10 million and $1. It's too much, she says. Based on what? There could be 10,000 people earning over $10 million. I don't have any idea what they're doing. Maybe they employ 1,000 people. Maybe they're coming up with a next great drug. Maybe they're improving the automobile. Maybe they're doing 1,000 other things. And you're going to tell them, no, you can't do it anymore. She has no idea who these people are. She has no idea what they're going to do with that extra dollar. She has no idea the effect on employment or economic progress, growth, wealth creation. No idea. She has just decided, because she's more moral than you are, and you're just too stupid to understand that she's right, you're wrong, she's superior, you're inferior, and therefore her will be imposed on you. That's it. And she's celebrated. She's celebrated. And she's celebrated by people in this country who earn millions and millions of dollars. As anchormen, as comics late at night, as billionaires out there who back liberal Democrats, she's celebrated. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.
We have people out there who've been thoroughly brainwashed against their own interests. People, we even have people out here now pushing reparations. Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, among others. Reparations. I'm on this program every day pushing individual liberty. We don't need reparations. Reparations. Well, you see, we have to accept our history. Who doesn't accept our history? It's people like me who want to keep those Confederate statutes up. Not to honor them, but to expose them. Recognize our history. How come they never talk about the Civil War? How come they never talk about the battles in the Civil War? How come they never talk about the casualties in the Civil War, which were absolutely unimaginable? Over 700,000 casualties. That's the latest figure. Around 720,000. In a nation of 24 million people. Virtually every single family was affected. To fight a war, to retain the Union, and to end slavery. And I love the way people say, well, Lincoln didn't really want to end slavery. Ask Frederick Douglass, or at least read what he had to say. He was a skeptic of Lincoln's, and then became a tremendous admirer of Lincoln's. How can you look at the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments and say they didn't mean to end slavery? It's ridiculous. But they did. What else are we supposed to do in 2019? except to encourage people to enjoy liberty, to make the most of themselves. In the only country on the face of the earth where people can really succeed in a big way. And people want to destroy it. People want to destroy it. They pervert our history, our founding. Get the rich. You just support the rich. It's not a matter of supporting the rich. Why would I be for the rich and against the poor? Does that make any sense for any of us? We're for liberty. Leave people alone. You know that guy that made $50-60 million? He may be employing 1,000 people. He may be the next Jonas Salk. He may be coming up with something we can't even think about. What's wrong with that? It should go to the government so the government can redistribute it. Let me tell you something, folks. The government doesn't even need to take any more money from us to redistribute. It spends money it never has and it's never going to have, which is a whole other subject that we've addressed over and over again. It's not like 70%, 90% increase in the marginal tax rate for somebody who earns, I said earns, not given, earns over $10 million a year is going to somehow fix something. We have over $200 trillion in unfunded liabilities. We have $22 trillion in fiscal operating debt. The economy each year produces $17.4 trillion in wealth. Our debt, our fiscal operating debt is bigger than our economy. That means you can take every damn penny from every rich person and you'll never catch up. And that doesn't even count how you'll destroy society in the meantime. These fools don't know what they're doing. They brought us to this place. They brought us to this place. If there's so much inequality, after the New Deal, the Square Deal, the Fair Deal, the Great Society, they're not going to fix it. If there's so much poverty as a result of all that, they're not going to fix it. They don't know how to fix it. All they know how to do is grow the government. It's important we have this discussion. What do you want me to do? Talk about this clown actor? How many days can you talk about this guy?